Let's start with a new topic of arithmetic progression. First, let's look at the definition of an arithmetic progression. So, an arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers in which each term can be obtained by adding a certain quantity to its preceding term, right? So, let's take for example, if I have this kind of series of numbers over here, as you can say, we have 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, and 20. Right? Now, if I add 3 to 5, I get 8. If I add 3 to 8, I get 11. If I add 3 to 11, I get 14. If I add 3 to 14, I get 17. And if I add 3 to 20, 3 to 17, I get 20, and so on, right? So as you can see in this particular series of numbers, I'm getting every next term by adding a certain quantity to its preceding term. And so such a series of numbers is called as an arithmetic progression, right? Another example could be something like this, right? Where if you notice, I have 18, 13, 8, 3, minus 2, minus 7, and so on. So if I'm adding, right, what number I'm adding here is actually minus 5, right? So suppose if I add negative 5 to 18, I get 13. If I add negative 5 to 13, I get 8. If I add negative 5 to 8, I get 3. If I add negative 5 to 3, I get minus 2, and so on, right? So such kind of numbers where you add a certain quantity to its preceding term and obtain the next term is called as an arithmetic progression. That's our basic definition of the arithmetic progression, right? So let's look at certain parameters of the arithmetic progression that are important to us. So as you can see, we've got a bunch of numbers, a bunch of terms in this entire sequence, right? So each term we generally denote with the alphabet T and its position in the subscript. So this is the first term, we will call it as T1, right? T with the subscript 1. T stands for term. So second term can be called as T2. Third term T3, fourth term T4, fifth term T5, T6, and so on, right? So the nth term will be termed as Tn with n in the subscript. The subscript here is showing the position of the term. Like T5 designates it as a fifth term, right? So this is one thing that we need to know. Certain other parameters which are important. Now the first term that we have, right? The first term T1, right? The first term. For the first term, we have another variable that we use in a lot of cases. The first term is also taken as the variable a. This is what we use for denoting the first term in a lot of the sums. Another thing, if you notice, in the first example here that I took, if you notice, I'm adding 3 to every term and getting the next term. In the second arithmetic progression, if you notice, I'm adding negative 5 and I'm getting the next term. So this again is another parameter. The difference between any two consecutive terms in an AP is always the same, and this difference is called as a common difference, right? This difference, the difference between any two consecutive terms in an AP is called as a common difference. We will denote it with the alphabet D, and the common difference can be calculated by the difference of any two consecutive terms, so T2 minus T1, or even T3 minus T2, or even T4 minus T3, and so on, right? All of these values, the difference between any two consecutive terms will always be the same in an AP, and it is called, and we are going to refer to it as a common difference, right? In the next video, we will see a formula for calculating the general term. Yeah, so Tn, n is like any term. We'll see a formula to calculate this general term of an AP.